If you're a tennis fan, you know that the past 15 years or so of tennis have been dominated by three names: Roger Federer, Rafael Nadal, and Novak Djokovic. Around 5 years ago, the media had a field day, declaring the reign of the Big Three over, as the dubbed next generation of players were supposed to end their stronghold on the game and steer us gallantly into a new era of tennis. Even though this new generation has a lot of potential, there is one name that stands out: the not-so-normal teen, Carlos Alcaraz. In this video, we're going to tell you all you need to know about this young talent and what he's been doing that's so special in the tennis world. We're going to break down his game and discuss his amazing potential, so sit tight and enjoy. Carlos Alcaraz is a Spanish tennis player born May 5, 2003. If you do the math, you'll find out that makes him only 18 years old. Even though it's not uncommon for 18-year-olds to be pursuing a tennis career, it is very uncommon to see one with such a developed game. He's currently ranked 19th in the world, and because of his unique skill set, almost everyone predicted that he would rise to the top ranks of the game at a young age. What no one expected, though, was that he would do it so fast. Last year was Alcaraz's breakout year. He broke into the top 100 in May 2021, right around his birthday, and in July he won his first ATP 250 title, the Croatia Open. He defeated Richard Gasquet in the final to become the youngest player to win an ATP title since Kei Nishikori won Delray Beach in 2008. He also became the youngest Spaniard to win an ATP title since Rafael Nadal in 2004. It's always good when you're in the same conversation as Rafael Nadal. In his US Open debut, Alcaraz destroyed Cam Norrie, who was ranked 26th at the time. In the third round, he took step in the support of the US crowd. In 2021, he beat another top 10 player, Matteo Berrettini, at the Erste Bank Open in Vienna, Austria. The US Open run and this win helped him up the ranking, where he cracked the top 35 players in the world. In 2022, Alcaraz packed some muscle and switched his Nike polos with sleeveless shirts. He entered the Australian Open as the 31st seed and lost in a 3-round, 5-set thriller against Berrettini, who got his revenge for the Vienna loss. Finally, in February, he won his first ATP 500 tournament in Rio, which is played on clay, beating Diego Schwartzman 6-4, 6-2, breaking into the top 20 as the 19th seed. In less than a year, Alcaraz won 2 ATP titles and broke into the top 20. I feel like we should mention again that the man, or more precisely the teenager, is only 18 years old. Alright, let's get to talking about his game. Alcaraz is right-handed, with a two-handed backhand. His game is a refreshing change to what we see from the new generation on tour, even though it has drawn a lot of similarities to Rafa Nadal's. While there are a lot of players with great potential, none have really been able to challenge the status of the Big Three. Alcaraz's game at 18 is looking more polished every year. He can defend just as well as Rafa and Novak.
Yes, I'm very excited to play in Barcelona, the ATP 500, and it's amazing to play against the biggest player.
He reads the game beautifully and can change pace as needed. And then comes his rapid-fire crack of the racket, which is a perfect blend of power and precision. With the level of tennis on tour today, you have to have a great overall tennis game to be able to have a year like Carlos's. And you can't have that if you don't have the right coach. Juan Carlos Ferrero is the former world #1 and has his own tennis academy back in Spain, where Alcaraz trains. When Alcaraz was told that Juan Carlos wanted to be his personal coach, he was amazed, but the former world #1 saw something special in him. They got to work and developed Alcaraz's game together. Ferrero said that the key this year is to keep working well and not think for a moment that the hard work is already done. Before his retirement, Ferrero was known to have a calm and stoic approach to the game. His experience should prove valuable for the young Alcaraz. Being a teenager, it could be very easy to get lost in the rankings and the accomplishments, but this is what separates the men from the boys. And Alcaraz has surrounded himself with the right people to not let his early career success get to his head. I'm still quite young, and I'm going through a period where everything is new for me, and Juan Carlos already has lived through this, and he can really bring me that experience that other coaches cannot, Alcaraz said. He lived it from the inside. Wise words from an 18-year-old. Paul Anakin, who coached Pete Sampras and Federer, said this on Alcaraz: "His game is electric. It's a little bit like lightning in a bottle. He's got the fast racket like Andre Agassi did, and he's got the fast feet like Rafa does. he can play upon the baseline, and he can get back up when he needs to. So he has a lot of things so naturally already at 18, and he's already 30 in the world. So I just can't imagine how good he's going to be in 2 years if he stays healthy. Anakin has not been known to jump on young player bandwagons too often, so this is a great testament to Alcaraz's game. Alcaraz himself is not unaware of all the comparisons to tennis greats that he's been drawing, especially Nadal, even though as a kid he had a Roger Federer poster in his bedroom. Awkward. In an article for the New York Times, Alcaraz said that he doesn't want people to know him as a mini Nadal or a second Nadal. He just wants to be Carlos Alcaraz. The kid wants to carve his own path and developed his own brand of tennis. Admirable. Speaking of Nadal, the two faced off in the Indian Wells ATP 1000 semifinals on March 18th. Alcaraz has not yet dropped a set all tournament, and Nadal was on a 19-game winning streak and yet to lose a match this year. When asked about Alcaraz, Nadal said that he's just unstoppable, and that he sees a lot of himself in him. He added that it makes him happy to see another Spaniard taking Spanish tennis to the next level. High praise from the Matador. Nadal ended up winning in 3 sets, but Alcaraz showed a lot of maturity and took the game to Rafa. In the end, it was just a couple of points here and there that sealed the match in Rafa's favor. This will be a huge learning experience for the young Spaniard and can only make him stronger. He broke Rafa's serve 5 times and is already making a name for himself as one of the best returners in the game. According to an Infosys Beyond the Numbers analysis, if you're serving to Alcaraz and you lose the first point, he has a 51.8% chance of breaking your serve. That's a tour-leading stat. The second player on this list is none other than Nadal at 51.2%. If you happen to be down love 30, then Alcaraz has a 77.8% chance of breaking serve. Nadal is second again at 72.9%. He's the only player above the 75 percentile. That's a crazy number. The fact that Alcaraz is already in great company statistically can only mean great things for his career. And whether he wins over Nadal or not, the passing of the torch seems likely to be coming his way sooner rather than later. When all is said and done, we are witnessing the rise of a unique talent that has a well-rounded game, a tough mental approach, and a great coaching staff to help him navigate the obstacles in the road ahead. The results that he has accomplished so far should only be a stepping stone to a brighter future. Have we finally unearthed the tennis player who can challenge the big 3 in Grand Slams? Let us know if you think so in the comments below. The top comment for today's video will be featured in our next video as well.